Every single person on this planet is unique and one of a kind. We have said that a lot of times before. But some people are a bit more unique and unusual. And in this video, we'll show you exactly that. So, hang on tight, and let's meet the top 15 rarest people you won't believe exist. Number 15. Brave Lynn Davo. This little girl has been given a second chance at life thanks to a team of angels. Brave, just 13, grew up in rural Vietnam with a tumor that spread across her face, jaw, nose, and eyes. Her parents thought it was a birthmark, until it ballooned and took over her childhood. Bullied, in pain, and out of options, Lynn Da's story caught the heart of Kim Thien Truong, a former refugee who raised over $40,000 to bring her to Australia. With the help of Romac and Monash Kids Hospital, Lynn underwent a marathon operation led by Dr. James Leong and a team of over 30 volunteers. The surgery was intense. Blood loss forced them to pause, and a second stage is still ahead. But for the first time, Lynn Da is smiling. The teasing stopped. Her future is brighter. She's not just healing, she's becoming whole. And this time, the world is cheering her on. Number 14. Janet Silva. Well, now this girl is a living example of what human compassion and medical brilliance can do. At just 12, Janet Silva from Gambia had a cantaloupe-sized tumor growing on her face. It left her unable to breathe properly, eat normally, or even smile. She wore a scarf to hide it and stopped going to school entirely. Doctors feared she wouldn't survive another year. But when her story reached the U.S., a wave of help came. Dr. David Hoffman, along with a volunteer team at Cohen Children's Medical Center in New York, stepped in through the Global Medical Relief Fund. In a grueling 12-hour surgery, they not only removed the tumor, but also rebuilt her jaw using a bone from her leg. They had one shot, and they made it count. Today, Janet smiles freely. The scarf is gone. The tumor is gone. And thanks to a few brilliant hands and big hearts, she's finally free to be the kid she always was underneath it all. Now, she goes to school. Number 13. Yvonne Barr. Well, some people forget everything and chase the version of themselves they've always wanted to see, and Yvonne is one of them. Once an investment banker in Germany, she walked away from the corporate world and rebuilt her life in Dubai, pouring more than £50,000 into achieving her signature H-cup look. Today, those 4.4-pound implants aren't just cosmetic, they're her career. With more than 1 million Instagram followers, she's earned millions by posting playful photos that turn her curves into both art and business. 4 breast surgeries, a BBL, and a nose job later, she finally feels aligned with the person she imagined years ago. The physical strain of carrying her implants hasn't stopped her, not even close. Instead, she laughs, balances everyday stuff on her chest for fun, and treats her body as both canvas and brand. To Yvonne, confidence isn't about pleasing anyone else. It's about daring to live as you love. Number 12. Nikki Exotica. Nikki never wanted to be like a normal human girl. She wanted to become a living doll. The trans influencer, singer, and TV star built her identity around transformation, inspired by icons like Barbie, Pamela Anderson, and Madonna. Known online as the $1 Million Barbie, Nikki has undergone nose jobs, breast enhancements, Adam's apple removal, voice therapy, and more, all this to chase an image that's uniquely hers. Her appearance might seem plastic or creepy, but her ambition is pure steel. She built her following across platforms, sharing her music, her surgeries, and her story with raw honesty. Her big break came with season 10 of 90 Day Fiancé, where her look sparked headlines and debates. But Nikki never blinked. To her, this is more than looks. It's a mission. She wanted to become the fantasy she always dreamed of, and in many ways, she already has. Critics can talk as they do, but she's not here for their approval. She's here to live loud, look bold, and own every inch of the woman she created. Number 11. Sigrid Hope and Alan Wade. Sigrid was living a normal life in France until she signed up for a prison pen pal program. That's how she met Alan Wade, a Florida inmate serving life for a double homicide. Not exactly your average love story, but from the very first letter, something unexplainable clicked. Their love deepened fast. Alan confessed his love, and Sigrid didn't flinch. She flew across the world to meet him face to face. The moment they locked eyes, they knew. They got engaged, fully aware they'd never have a normal life together. In that prison, conjugal visits aren't allowed. But months later, Sigrid somehow ended up pregnant. How? They've never said and don't plan to. To them, that child is a miracle born of faith and defiance. Critics call her naive. Others say he's manipulating her. But Sigrid doesn't care. She found love in a place most people fear. And while their story raises questions, for them, it only ever answered one. They belong together. Number 10. Teresa. Teresa's story is raw, painful, and relentless. Her baby was born with severe head swelling, a condition that seemed manageable at first, but never stopped growing. From one hospital to another, she begged for answers, but no one could help. Doctors kept transferring the baby, overwhelmed by the case. The swelling grew so massive, carrying the child became impossible. Friends and family began telling her to give up, but she refused. She spent everything they had searching for a miracle. Then one doctor finally said the words no mother should ever hear. The surgery needed to save her child didn't exist in their country. Their only chance was thousands of miles away, in India. They had no money or way forward. That's when their story was broadcast. The journey began, but it's far from over. Travel, surgery, and visas, everything costs more than they can afford. Teresa keeps fighting. She still believes her child's life is worth every step. Number 9. John Larkins and Takmina. John can't speak. He can't walk. Cerebral palsy took that from him, but not his creativity, not his soul. With only his eyes and a special device, he writes lyrics that others perform. He's a rapper without a voice, yet with more to say than most. Then came Takmina. They met in a Dubai nightclub, and everything shifted. Their connection felt unreal, but the world didn't cheer. Trolls called her a gold digger. They said she couldn't possibly love a man like him. But they didn't see what she saw, a man with ambition, depth, and loyalty. John moved to Uzbekistan to live with her and help raise her daughter. He paused his music career for love, not out of sacrifice, but fulfillment. He says he finally feels complete. Their life isn't quiet. It's a loud statement. That disabled people aren't broken. That love doesn't ask for perfection. And that sometimes the most powerful voices come from those who've never spoken a word. Number 8. Lindsay and Jonathan. From the outside, they look mismatched. Jonathan is a tall, 32-year-old man. Lindsay, at just 1.17 meters, could be mistaken for an 11-year-old girl. But she's 25, a cancer survivor whose treatment left her with a rare growth condition that stunted her body and facial development. Their love is, of course, constantly judged by other people. They've been stared at, ridiculed, and even accused of faking their relationship. When Lindsay became pregnant, strangers said she couldn't possibly be a real mom. Others accused her of doing it for government assistance. But Jonathan never walked away. He stood by her, shielded her from cruelty, and helped her carry the weight of public judgment. At 39 weeks, Lindsay gave birth to a healthy baby. Now they live as a family, stronger than ever. Their story isn't just about love. It's about pushing back against the world's gaze, holding each other tightly, and proving that a family isn't defined by looks. Number 7. Yahya El-Jabali. Well, now this boy didn't just beat the odds, he redefined what hope can look like. Yahya El-Jabali was born in a village near Tangier with one of the rarest craniofacial deformities ever seen. His skull hadn't formed properly, leaving him without eyes, a nose, or a functional mouth. Large parts of his head were exposed, covered only by fragile skin. Local doctors told his parents there was nothing they could do, so he stayed indoors, hidden from the world. Then everything changed when Fatima Baraka, a Moroccan woman in Australia, saw his photo online and refused to accept that answer. She raised the funds to bring Yahya to Melbourne, where a team led by Professor Tony Holmes at the Royal Children's Hospital took on the impossible. After an 18-hour surgery, he finally had a nose, jaw, and the ability to speak. He is now normal. Number 6. Vamprin, Erin. This lady didn't just create a look, she built an entire world around who she feels she is. Erin, known online as Vamprin, carved out her place with a moody Gothic style, dramatic makeup, and a presence that feels like stepping into another realm. Across Instagram, YouTube, and Tumblr, she shares a life wrapped in dark aesthetics, jet black hair, piercing eyes, layered textures, and a style defined entirely on her own terms. But one moment pushed her into the spotlight. Her makeover on Truly's Transformed. She teamed up with makeup artist Melanie Viger, who flipped her look from goth queen to bubblegum pink influencer. Glitter, blonde hair, soft makeup, the complete opposite of everything she usually embraces. Her reaction was stunned disbelief. Even her sister admitted she wouldn't have recognized her walking by. Still, Erin welcomed the experience. She didn't see it as losing her identity, but as a reminder that trying something new doesn't erase who you are. Authenticity is the thread she never drops. Number 5. Elena Starr. Well now, this woman isn't chasing a trend. She's building an entirely new version of herself, one procedure at a time. Elena Starr, a 33-year-old influencer mother from Queens, has undergone more than 500 cosmetic procedures, spending around $250,000 to construct her doll-like identity. Breast augmentations, lip fillers, facial work, every detail is shaped with intention. Her appearance draws awe, criticism, curiosity, and sometimes hostility, but she never built it for approval. For Elena, this transformation is survival. She shares everything with her followers. The surgeries, the healing, the emotional storms behind each decision. She believes women are judged relentlessly anyway, so she took control in the only way she knew how. Her hyper-feminine style isn't vanity, it's armor. It's the space where she feels strongest. Through her posts, she reminds others that self-love doesn't always look gentle or subtle. Sometimes it's bold, sculpted, and unapologetically loud. Elena isn't interested in fitting into the weird world. Number 4. Mui Thomas. Mui Thomas was born in Hong Kong in 1992 with harlequin ichthyosis, which is an extremely rare disorder that causes skin to grow 10 times faster than normal. Thick, cracked layers left her constantly at risk for infection and pain. Doctors didn't expect her to survive past infancy. Her biological parents abandoned her. She spent her early life bouncing between hospitals and temporary homes. But everything shifted when Tina and Roger Thomas, a British couple, adopted her. They didn't just give her love, they gave her purpose. Mui grew into a resilient young woman who became the first person with her condition to referee rugby matches in Hong Kong. On the field, she wasn't pitied. She was respected. Later, she co-authored The Girl Behind the Face, a book about identity, survival, and courage. Mui didn't just live with a rare condition, she faced it head-on and built a life that turned stares into applause. She is rare. Number 3. Grace. Well, this girl lived her early years hidden away, not because she wanted to disappear, but because a big tumor left her believing she had no place outside her home. Growing up in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Grace carried a tumor so large it crushed her airway and twisted her jaw, leaving her unable to eat or speak properly. Every day was a fight to breathe. Afraid of the reactions she'd face, she refused to step into public. Everything changed when a chaplain discovered her condition and reached out to Mercy Ships, the floating hospital that gives free surgeries around the world. Grace boarded the Africa Mercy, where surgeons performed a high-risk 4-hour operation to remove the tumor and rebuild her jaw with titanium plates. For the first time, she inhaled without fear. She spoke clearly. She smiled. What followed was a shift deeper than surgery. She returned home without shame, dreaming of becoming a doctor. Number 2. The Spider Sisters. Well, now these sisters didn't just share a body, they built a life the world couldn't look away from. Ganga and Jamuna Mondal, known as the Spider Sisters, were born conjoined in West Bengal in 1969. They share a stomach, liver, and kidneys, but have separate hearts and lungs. Doctors once called them a medical anomaly, but to themselves, they're just Ganga and Jamuna, two women living one life side by side. They found work in traveling carnivals, embracing their condition instead of hiding it. Crowds came to stare, but the sisters met them with smiles, humor, and strength. At one point, they even made headlines for dating the same man, a carnival worker named Gadadhar. Critics called it controversial, but for them, it made sense. They've refused separation surgery, fearing the risks outweigh the benefits. They say they were born together for a reason, and they plan to stay that way. Okay, now let's end this with Number 1, Joseph Williams. He has no jaw or voice, and still, he speaks volumes. Joseph was born with a condition so rare that few doctors had seen it. He came into the world without a jaw. That meant no natural way to eat, breathe, or talk. And yet, from day one, he was determined not to live in silence. While the world whispered and stared, Joseph learned sign language, created his own ways to communicate, and refused to let pity dictate his story. School was rough, both socially and physically, but his resilience carried him through. He didn't hide. He showed up, every single day, and over time, people stopped seeing his difference and started seeing his strength. Joseph doesn't see his condition as a curse. He sees it as a challenge, and one he's proud to take on. With joy, purpose, and clarity, he lives fully. So, never ever give up. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.